Ekse TV family. Catch us live on your TV screens.
Health and Fitness Tuesday is not done by a long shot. There's still more to see and do right here on Ekse. We're still celebrating World Oceans Day.
Yay.
Woo, how I messed that up when we were doing the promo.
Oh, yes. He's like World Asian Day. I say, wait, what?
I love Asians.
Asians, so important in
I
our
love
life. He
Asians.
owes us an explanation about the Asians, where our very own Mihlali actually went to the aquarium to actually talk about how is the aquarium saving in marine life and what is the importance of taking care of the ocean.
Yeah, I love to hear all about it. And you're asking yourself, why should we have Important Oceans Day? Well, it literally highlights the day and everything that needs to be celebrated, including the fact that we are polluting the earth, including the fact that we ain't taking it right. So it's just raising awareness on the specific day. But you must have World Oceans Day in your life every day, okay?
And World Asians Day too. Let's check you out. We're ready.
Get ready.
The location today is at the Two Oceans Aquarium right here in Waterfront. As you guys can see, the Ekse family has expanded. We are chilling with fishes. We are here to explore and find out more about marine life, so you guys don't want to miss a second of this, as I'm going to be going to very cool places to be checking out the marines and checking out the little turtles, the little jellyfishes, and other species that are within the aquarium. You guys do not want to miss this. What the aquarium has in store for us. Let's go. As we've mentioned, today we are at the Two Oceans Aquarium in Waterfront, and joining here next to me is Thalitha that works in the aquarium, and she's going to be telling us more about marine life and how we as humans can preserve it. But of course, we're not alone. We also have our total friends right here behind us that are joining us for this interview. Asihambi. So, Thalitha, how are you doing? And thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a real cool privilege. Yes, I'm Thalitha, and I work with these amazing marine animals every day, which form part of our bigger conservation work we do at the Two Oceans Aquarium Foundation.
What is the importance of having the aquarium, and what purpose does it actually serve?
So the ocean is so integral to life for all of us. We don't realize it all the time, but it provides the oxygen that we breathe and a lot of our food supply and so many different things. And yet we don't see it every day. Most people go about their day business and they don't think about the ocean. So to be able to come to the aquarium to see the animals that live in the sea that you would never be able to see otherwise in a normal sort of sense is an incredible opportunity and reminds us and teaches us that we're connected to the ocean.
Definitely. And I mean, people are sitting at home and they're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't go to the aquarium, or maybe I should go to the aquarium. What kind of programs are run in the aquarium so that attract people to actually come and visit it?
Yeah. So for visitors to come to the aquarium, you can see amazing animals. We have penguins, we have the little octopus, sharks, little Nemos, lots of animals that are inspiring, especially for children. There's a lot that reminds them of Disney movies or, like Finding Nemo or that kind of thing. But on a bigger level, you can come and you can learn. We have amazing education programs that teach valuable lessons and show us how we can be ocean stewards ourselves. We have opportunities to do research, opportunities to get involved and volunteer. So there really is, you can come to visit and just see, but you can also come and get involved and learn and grow, which is cool.
Which is very cool. I mean, this is my first time at the aquarium, really? I must say. Because I went to this place, I was like, this is actually quite amazing. But of course, we do know that humans have a negative impact when it comes to ocean life and conserving the marine life. Tell us more about the impacts that humans have with the little turtles that we're seeing here behind us.
So yes, unfortunately, over history, humans have had an incredible negative impact on the planet. And this is seen very practically in the way our turtles are suffering in the world. There are 7 species of sea turtle and all of them are endangered, and that's largely because of impacts that humans have done onto these animals. The biggest threat I think though that they face and that they struggle with is plastic in the ocean. So these little turtles have only been alive for a few months and they have eaten often most of them many little pieces of plastic. Bigger turtles also eat plastic because it looks like jellyfish, which is what they would eat. So plastic is definitely an incredibly harsh threat that turtles are facing in the sea.
Please tell us about the process of feeding the turtles and what is it that you actually do?
So
Our turtles get a very special diet when they come in. They get a gel food. So we make a really, really nice smoothie. We put all the goodness in there, from poultry to hake to white mussel to vitamins. We hide the vitamins away so that they're not going to spit it out. And then we cut them into little blocks, and we'll feed them specific amounts depending on their weight. So the bigger they get, the more food they get. Yeah.
And how often do you feed the turtles on a daily basis?
Twice a day. In the morning they get a feeding, and then in the afternoon they get a feeding.
So I'm chilling here with Alex, and we are finding out everything that has to do with turtles. We want to find out about one of the success stories that they have had in the aquarium. Alex, how are you doing?
I am good. Thank you for having me. Bob is one of our long-term patients. So he's been here since 2014. He came in, he was Harry's size. He weighed 16 kilograms. Now you'll get to see him. He weighs 79 kilos. And his carapace, so his back, is around 80 centimeters. So he's a big boy. And when he came in, he had fractures on his plastron, and he had ingested lots of plastic. So that led to infection of the brain called encephalitis. And so Bob suffers from some midbrain trauma, and that's why we've kept him here so long. So now we've been doing an intense enrichment and rehabilitation program because we want to release him, of course. So enrichment is basically devices and activities created to create challenges and stimuli for the turtles so that they can have some of their more natural behaviors. So even though Bob dives, feeds on his own, he's off all his medication, there's some behaviors we want to make sure we maximize before releasing him so that he can have higher success rate.
Yes, definitely. I mean, it's so interesting to find out that turtles actually go through the same things that humans go through. You know, the kind of diseases that they might have and the effects that nature has on them is the same as us. So it's very interesting. Guys, you do not want to miss a second of this. We are still learning more about the aquarium life and marine life. Stay tuned. We finally found Bob. So guys, as you can see, if you remember from our interview earlier on, Alex was telling us about Bob. He is big. He is huge. The life expectancy of a turtle is 80 years plus. I can imagine Bob is only 15 years old, and this is how big he is. You guys can only imagine how big he's going to be when he's 30 years old. But we're still on the quest to learn about marine life and ocean life as a whole. So we are still tuned into Ekse Live right here on DSTV channel 263. And that is, of course, how we wrap up our visit at the Two Oceans Aquarium right here in Waterfront. It was a very insightful visit. We found Nemo, we learned about Bob, we learned about marine life as a whole. I really do hope that you guys sitting there at home are watching this and you're actually thinking of the consequences that littering has on the marine life. So please make sure that you keep your sewage clean. You make sure that you do not throw plastics and paper anywhere else but the dustbin, because it lands up in the oceans. If you've seen the negative effect that it has on our ocean friends. But for me, Umihlali, I think that is where I wrap it up. Please let us know what your favorite part of today was up on our social media platforms. We're Ekse Live on Facebook, Ekse_Live on Instagram. But for now, it's a wrap. So, banana. We'll see you guys back in studio.